Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing great. And in today's video, we are going to discuss October 2022 paper 2. Let's start with the first question, which says to you over here, complete the table of values for y equals 3x plus 1. Replace the x with 1. So 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is going to give you a 7. Then you're going to just need to plot and connect them with a ruler. We know that this is a linear function or a linear equation, so it is going to be a straight line. So let's start. Here, the first one is 0, 1, so 0, 1, then 1, 4, 2, 7, then 3, 10. Connect with a straight line. I'm going to get here a straight line. Then you start connecting them. All right, the next question, just a second, let me erase this. Work out the missing number in this calculation. This is paper 2, so let me do this and get here my calculator. So we need to do first 60.9 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 182.7. I'm going to divide 182.7 by 6.3. So you need to divide this by 6.3 equals 29. So I did this. I need to know 6.3 times what gives me 182.7, just to divide 182.7 by 6.3. There are 9 girls and 11 boys in a group. Complete these sentences about the group. The ratio of girls to boys is what? So girls first, so it is 9 to 11. The fraction who are girls is 9 out of 20. And the percentage who are boys, let's first find the fraction of boys, which is 11 over 20. But this is not a fraction. You can just do it mentally, or which is going to be 55, knowing that this is times 5 times 5. That's if it was paper 1 or even paper 2. You can do it very fast. I know that it's 50 over 100, which is 55%, right? Or if you want to do it on the calculator, you know that it is 11 over 20. You multiply it by 100, gives you 55%. Round this corrected to one decimal place. So correct one decimal place is going to be 10.7. So 10.675 is going to become exactly 10.7. Round this to two decimal places. So here is the second decimal place, but the digit after it is weak. So it is going to become 3.46 as it is. Everything after the underlined digit gets removed because they are decimal places. Here, they want two negative numbers in here. So if you try, for example, here, negative 9 minus negative 4, this will lead you to negative 9 plus 4, which is equal to negative 5. They are both negative, and over here, you're going to find that they give you negative 5 at the end. Just make sure that the absolute value of the number over here is bigger than the absolute value of the number over here, which I mean, ignoring the sign, the 9 is greater than the 4. This must be there and make both of them negative. You could have chosen negative 10 and, for example, over here, negative 5. So negative 10 minus negative 5 is going to be fine. Okay? 211 people go on a trip by bus. Each bus can take 16 people. Find the smallest number of buses needed. So to take 211 people, divide them by 16 people per bus, which is going to give you 13, but it's actually, I need more than 13 buses. So more than 13 buses, otherwise some people are going to be left out. So we cannot do that because they told you that we need to take the 211 people. So the smallest number of buses that we need is actually 14 buses. Don't think about 13. 13 is not going to take 211. 13 is not going to take 211. Look at that. If you say 13 buses, each bus takes 16, that's 280. You left 3 people out. So How is this even going to be possible? We need to take them all. So it's not 13 buses, it is 14 buses. This is the smallest number of buses that is needed to take 211 people. This one here is 150 grams. This one is 150 grams. But after that, we need actually this line. I need to find each small line is how many grams. How can I do that? Count the number of jumps until you reach the 200. So look at that. I have one jump, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. So from here till here, we know that it is 50 grams. But 50 divided by 10 is going to give you that each line is 5. All of them are 50 divided by 10, so each one is 5. So this is going to be 155, 160, 165 grams. Carlos writes down a 4-digit number. The number is a multiple of 3 and 5. Two of its digits are square numbers. Done. Square and square. Look at this. The 4 is a square number. The 9 is a square number. The other two digits are prime numbers. Complete his number. So they told you that it is a multiple of 5 and 3. So a multiple of 5, then it must end with a 0 or 5. But they told you the other two are what? Prime numbers. If the 0 is not a prime number, the 5 is a prime number, then it must be a 5. Okay, but they said it's a multiple of 3. So I need to add all the digits up and they must add up to something that is a multiple of 3. 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 and 5 is 18. I need what more to become a multiple of 3? I need maybe 3 more, and it is prime. It is prime. So you can get 3 more, or you can add here, maybe, what else? You might find maybe if you add, let's say 6, no, it's not going to work because it's not prime. 9, no, it is not going to work because it's prime. So the only thing that's going to work is 3 over here and 5 over here. It is now a multiple of 3 and 5, and at the same time, they are both prime numbers. They're telling you that this is an isosceles triangle, right? So the different side has the two equal angles. The third side, these two sides are equal, right? The third side has the two equal angles. This is 25, then this is 25. Can you now find x or not? Yes, I can. 180, because these are angles in a straight line, minus the 115 and the 25. So 180 minus 140, which is 40 degrees exactly. The table shows the resting pulse rate of 8 people and how many kilometers they run per week. So here is the number of kilometers that they run per week and the resting pulse. So you need to put this on a scatter graph. So I'm going to do 32 until 60. So 32 kilometers, where 32 kilometers here, 30, 31, 32 is here. But I need to go up until I reach a 60 beats. So from 32, you need to go up until you reach a 60 beats, which is this one. And you put an X. This one is 32, 60. And you continue with 25, 67. 25, 67 is here. And then you continue also with 12, 73. So 12 until you reach 73, which is here. 73 is here. And you keep going until you reach this as shown in the mark scheme. Look at that. This is how it should look at the end. Looks this way. All right. After that, they're going to describe you they're going to request from you to describe the relation between the kilometers and the rating pulse. So as you see over here, they're going down. Look at that. They are going down, right? So going down means what? It is negative relation, negative correlation. All right. So because they are going down. Question C, they're going to request from you another thing. What is the other thing that they are requesting from you to expect or to estimate? So now we agreed this khalas. So you got this from the mark scheme, all the rest of the points. And this one is going to be negative. We agreed. C, Mike runs 14 kilometers per week. 14 kilometers, they want you to draw a ring around the most likely resting pulse rate for Mike. So I'm going to go over there, 14 kilometers, as they said, and draw the line of best fit. You must draw the line of best fit to estimate something. Halfway through the majority of the points, through the majority of the points, they said how many kilometers? I'm sorry, got very bad memory. 14 kilometers, they said, I guess, right? 14 kilometers? Yes, 14 kilometers. So 14 kilometers is actually here. Look at that. So it is approximately, it is almost to 69, very close to 69, very close to 70, approximately, not accurately. So it is close to 69 or 70. 69 or 70. Let's see the options. I'm going to delete this. We said between 69 and 70, around 69. Sorry, guys, just a second. We said around 69 or 70. So the best estimate is this one. This is the best estimate, right? So again, you just to draw the line of best fit, you start going from 14 kilometers. You can get back to this in the video if you would like to watch it once more. Yuri and Chen live in the same house. They both go for a walk along the same path and return back home again. The travel graph shows some information about Yuri's and Chen's walks. Write down the time when Chen passes Yuri. So they meet at what time? Look at this. They meet over here, right? Which is what time is this? 12:15, 12:30, 12:45, 13. So it's 12:45. Chen does not walk as far as Yuri. He stops for 30 minutes when he is 10 kilometers. So when he is 10 kilometers, which is this one over here, he rests for what? For 30 minutes. So he's going to take a break for 30 minutes. This is now 15 minutes, right? Then 15 more minutes. So he takes a break until here. Takes a break until here. Then after that, he returns home. So let's do this. He stops for 30 minutes when he is 10 kilometers done. He then walks back home at a constant speed, arriving home 45 minutes before Yuri. So 45 minutes before Yuri. This is 15 minutes before Yuri, 30 minutes before Yuri, 45 minutes before Yuri. So he arrives at this time. So I'm going to need to draw my line over here. And that's it. He arrived now 45 minutes. He took the break for 30 minutes, 15, 30 minutes. Then he returned home and arrived 45 minutes before Yuri. Question 12, write 5 and 7 over 16 as a decimal. This is paper 2 as we agreed, so you can just write a mixed number on the calculator. How? Shift fraction allows you to write a mixed number. So you write the first number over here, which is 5, and then you go to the top, which is the 7, and then down there is the 16. Equals 87 over 16. This is a fraction. They wanted it as decimal, so 5.4375. So you write over here 5.4375. The coordinates of point X are -2, 5, and the coordinates of point Y are for -5. Find the midpoint of XY. So we agreed we add X1 and X2. Then you divide by 2. So -2 plus 4 is +2 divided by 2 is 1. 5 plus -5 is 0. So divided by 2 is also 0. So 1, 0. Here is part of a recipe. And they told you here, 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of water. Write the ratio in the simplest form. So let's write this here. They said to you the flour is 2 cups, while the other is 3/4. So 3/4, we need to write it as a decimal, which is, we all should know that it is 0.75. You cannot simplify a ratio unless you make sure that no decimals are there. So we're going to need to multiply this by 100 and multiply this also by 100. So it gives you 200 to 75. Now we can simplify them. So I got 2 to 0.75 without the decimal point multiplied by 100 left and right. So it's 200 to 75. Dividing this by 5, or actually you can divide by 25 right away. You can divide by 25, it's going to give you 8. You can divide by 25, it's going to give you 3 exactly. So it is 8 to 3. So 2 to 3 quarters in the simplest form is 8 to 3. Naomi makes the recipe using 5 cups of flour. So here we agreed the flour, and here we have the water. It is 2 to 3 quarters, but we simplified this already into 8 to 3, right? Even if you didn't simplify it correctly and you want to go back to 2 to 3 quarters, it doesn't actually matter. You can do this. Those who would like to write here 2 and here 3 quarters or 0.75, it's fine. Find how much water is needed if she has 5 cups of flour. So to do this, we go 5 divided by 2, then multiply by 0.75. So 5 divided by 2, then multiply by 0.75 is going to give you exactly 1.875 cups. In 1975, the population of lions in Africa was 250,000, while in 2015 it was 30,000. To calculate the percentage decrease, we agreed on the same rule, absolute change. What is the change that happened? It is 220. This is the change that happened over old. Old was what? The old was 250,000. So it is the change that happened. So, or this minus this, but it must be in positive. So 250,000 minus 30,000 is going to give you 220,000 over the old, which is 250,000. Then you multiply by 100. So by 1, 2, 3, 4, with 1, 2, 3, 4, it is actually 22 over 25, then you multiply by 100 to get the percentage, which is 88%. Here they're telling you if x is actually 6, so it is going to be 6 minus 2 to the power of 2. Here they told you if it was 4, then 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. But here if it was 6, so 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. But they're telling you if the answer is 64, you're going to need to go backwards. The last thing that happened over here, so as if you're saying to me here, x minus 2 all squared equals 64. The first thing that we need to send there is the square root. So x minus 2 equals square root of 64, which is 8. But x equals, send the negative 2 there, positive 2, so x equals 10. So when x is 10, the answer is going to be 64. You want to double check? No problem. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 squared is 64. It is correct. The edges of a cuboid are 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and 6 centimeters. So here we're talking about the length, the width, and the height. So they are 2 by 3 by 6. This is part of a drawing of the cuboid on isometric paper. So let me just first here get a straight line, the straight lines. So look at that. To draw the rest of the cuboid, you need to move here. We move to 1, 2, up, right. Then you need to go from the other side, something that is parallel to it, 1, 2, this way, definitely with a pencil. Then you connect them. Now I drew the top part of the cuboid. I need something that is parallel to this 1, 2, 3. Then I need to go down from here, 1, 2, 3. Here you go. And then you connect them this way. After that, I need to go the same length, 1, 2, 3, and then you connect them. Just like this. So now I drew the cuboid. Let's continue. A pattern is made by tessellating a shape A on the grid. Tessellation, as we agreed before, is the fact of repeating, or it is the process of repeating a shape right next to each other without overlapping, without a gap. So I'm going to draw the same thing as this one, but on the other side. So look at this. It is actually 1, 2. So I'm going to draw over here 1, 2, but with a ruler. So I'm going to draw over here 1, 2. Here you go. And then you go up this one, but to go up, you move 2 up, 1 right. So 2 up, 1 right is I'm going to reach this point. And then you go 3 right, which is this one. And that's it. Look at this. This is drawn already for me. The same thing over here. This I need the same like this one. 1, 2, it's already drawn. I need down there 1, 2, 3. So 1, here you go. 2, 3. It is here. Then just to connect. That's it. So I just copied the one that is on the right side, but I made it on the left side over here. A copy of it, literally a copy of it. That's it. Okay, let me erase this and close it. They're telling you here that 5 students take part in a swimming race. So the probabilities of some of the students winning the race are given in the table here for Anastasia, Mia, Eva, Angelique, and Jamila. 0.15, 0.25, 0.2, and they want you to find Angelique and Jamila, knowing that Angelique is 3 times as much as Jamila. So if this is 3x, then this is x. All right, mister. So both of them together, I should know that both of them together are the rest of one whole, because I know that all of them should add up to one whole, right? So all of them adding it to one whole, I'm going to say 1 minus the 3 I have. 1 minus the 3 I have. So 1 minus 0.15 plus 0.25 plus 0.2 is going to give you 0.4, 2 over 5, which is 0.4. So finding x is going to give you 0.1, dividing by 4. X is 0.1, not a problem at all. So now, just I'm going to repeat the last part that I did. We know that this is 3 times as this. Angelique is 3 times as Jamila. So this is 3x, this is x. Both of them add up to what? 0.4. Where did we get the 0.4 from? 1 minus all of this. It gave you 0.4. So 3x and x together give you 0.4. Finding x is 0.1. So what is Angelique? It is 3 times 0.1. So it is 0.3. And what is Jamila? Jamila is just a 0.1. That's it. Okay. Someone else could have used actually the ratio, but they're not right over here, the 3x or the x, just write the 0.3 and the 0.1. Someone could have used the ratio, also would have been correct. Finding the hypotenuse over here. So we know that c squared equals a squared plus b squared. C squared, we don't know it. A squared is 8.7 squared plus 12.5 squared. So c equals the root of all of this, which is going to give us 8.7 all squared plus 12.5 all squared equals 15.229, which is just a 15.2. They did not request a specific degree of accuracy, so just to have a look at the numbers that you have in the question, they are all 1 decimal places, so make it also 1 decimal place. Here, they're telling you that the mean height is 41.9, and they want you to take the correct statement. Only one statement is correct. They're all about the mean and the median, the mean and the median, the mean and the median. So we need first to find the median. How can I find the median? First, I need the frequency. So from 20 to 30, it happened to 25 times, right? And here we've got 20. And here we've got exactly, you're going to find 13. And this one over here is 10. This one over here is 2. And the last one is 10. So the total frequency is what? Oh, we're already told here it's 80 actually, but we're still gonna need actually each of the numbers that we wrote. So 80 plus 1 is what? To find the median, 80 plus 1 divided by 2, which is going to give you 81 over 2, which is going to give you exactly 40.5. I need to see where the median is going to be. Check the first frequency, 25. Have you reached or passed 40.5? Nope. Then check the next one. Add it. 25 plus 20 is 45. Have you reached or passed 40.5? Yes. So the median is somewhere between 30 and 40. The median is somewhere between 30 and 40, which is less than the mean. So again, all what I've done is that found the position of the median, 80 plus 1 over 2, 40.5, and then I found that it lies between 25, no, 25 plus 20 is 45. Yes, it passed to the 40.5. The 40.5 passed, so it is a number that is somewhere between 30 and 40. Definitely less than the mean. Less than the mean is this one. The median height is less than the mean. The diameter of the top of the cylinder is 12 centimeters. Calculate the area of the top. So it is pi r squared. This is area. So area equals pi multiplied by, what is r? It is 6, not 12. 12 is the diameter. So 12, it's 6 squared, which is 36. So on my calculator, I'm going to do pi times the 36, or just the 36 pi right away, is going to give you exactly 113, let's say 0.1, 113.1 centimeters squared. The volume of the cylinder is 1,700 centimeters cubed. To calculate the height, I know that volume equals area of cross-section, which we found over here, multiplied by height. So area, volume is 1,700. We were told about this, equals the area, 113.1, multiplied by the height, which is h. Finding h, how can you find it? It is 1700 over 113.1. So dividing 1,700 by 113.1 equals exactly 15.03. So you can write over here, just a 15.03 is going to be enough. Okay, so this is the height. Rajiv takes 4 suitcases on holiday. Suitcase A has mass X. Suitcase B has a mass that is 6 kilograms less than suit A, so it is X minus 6. Suitcase C has a mass that is twice the mass of suitcase B. So twice B, so it means 2 multiplied by X minus 6. So you can put them in brackets, or you can expand right away, which is 2X minus 12. Or, as we agreed, it's 2X minus 6, but we expanded to X to minus 12. D, we don't know it. We need to find D. But they told you that the total, all of them together, the total mass of all 4 suitcases is 6x minus 20. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add them all up. X plus x minus 6 plus 2x minus 12 plus, oh, we don't know D, so let's write D, equals 6x minus 20. Collect the like terms, and we want D to be on its own because we need to find it. We need D to be alone, so make D the subject, in other words. So collecting like terms, this is 2x, and 2x is 4x. 4x. Minus 6 minus 12 is negative 18. Plus D equals 6x minus 20. Collect like terms, send the 4x to the other side, minus 4x. So D equals 6x minus the 4x is 2x. Negative 20 plus 18 is negative 2. So it is going to become what? D is actually 2x minus 2. So D, let's write it here, 2x minus 2 kg. Flour is sold in 25 kilogram sacks. A loaf of bread is made using 400 grams of flour. A baker makes 64 loaves of bread a day. So 64 loaves of bread multiplied by 400 grams each loaf of bread. But the baker wants to order enough flour to last him for 20 days. So 64 loaves a day multiplied by 400 grams each loaf. But we want it for 20 days, not only for one day, not only for one day. No, we want it for 20 days, so multiply by 20. It's going to give you what? It's going to give you exactly 64 multiplied by 400 multiplied by 20, which is 512,000, 512,000 grams. Okay, but this is what he needs to cover 20 days. 64 loaves, each one is 400 grams, multiplied by 20 days equals 512,000 grams. But how many sacks? This is the question. Calculate the number of sacks, the minimum number of sacks that he should order for 25 kilogram for this amount. So I'm gonna do 512,000 grams, but I'm gonna divide it by 25 kilograms, which is 25,000 grams, because this is grams. Then I need the one at the bottom also to be also in grams. So by 512 divided by 25 equals 20.48. So that means what? Don't write 20 sacks. Don't write even a decimal. No, that's not going to be accepted. So do not write 20 sacks because this is not going to be enough. 20 sacks are not going to be enough. We need more than 20 sacks. Don't write 20.48. It is 21 sacks. Mister, that's more than what we need. Yes, it is the least number of sacks that you can buy to cover this amount for bread. All right, here they're saying to you that here are four properties of a square, and they're giving you all the four properties. Another type of quadrilateral always has property B, but has none of the other three properties. Write down the name of this quadrilateral. B here is diagonals intersect at right angles. Well, look at that. In a square, here, let's imagine that this is a square. If you have here a diagonal, and here I mean a line of symmetry, and here, sorry, they're talking about diagonals. So in a square, diagonals meet at a right angle. That's if this was drawn accurately. It is not accurate square. You would have found that this is a right angle. All of them are right angles. The diagonals meet at right angles. Okay, but what is the other quadrilateral that has the same feature or the same property? You're gonna find that it is what? The kite. Look at this. So the kite has diagonals. The diagonals meet at a right angle. Okay, so this is the kite. And the kite doesn't have four lines of symmetry, it has only two. The property A, four equal sides, no, it doesn't have four equal sides. It has only two pairs of equal sides. Two pairs of are parallel. No, nothing actually is parallel in a kite. So it is the kite that has that its diagonals meeting at a right angle or making a perpendicular line. A teacher gives this question to her class. Pierre says that the answer is 0.9. Explain why Pierre is wrong without working out the exact answer. So don't go and say, oh, he is wrong because it should be 0.09. No, this is not accepted. They're not going to accept it. Why, mister? Because they said to you without working out the exact answer. So what am I supposed to do? Just say, you're supposed to say, his answer must have two decimal places because I know 0.3 multiplied by 0.3, I'm going to have two decimal places in the whole question. So must have two decimal places. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you in another video.